Is 35 really too old? Is being single at 35 some kind of failure? I just had a big fight with my mom because she wanted to set me up with someone who's over 50. And my mom is 55. So basically, she wanted me to meet someone who is almost as old as her, if not older. And honestly, I felt really hurt because as a 35-year-old single woman living in China, I already know what people can think about women of my age. There is even a word for us, 剩女, which means leftover woman. But I don't see myself that way. I think I'm smart, independent. I work really hard. I have my own career and a life that I built and enjoy. I know I'm not 25 anymore, but I try really hard not to let anxiety or society's clock tell me that I'm running out of time. I've also learned from past relationships that being with the wrong person can make you much more unhappy than being alone. I'm still open to love, but I just don't want to choose someone because I'm scared of being alone. I don't really care if people think I'm too old, but I want my own parents to be by my side. I want them to look at me and still think, this is my daughter. She has value. She deserves someone who's actually right for her. I think the world already gives women enough reasons to be anxious about getting older. I'm just a little disappointed. My parents are part of it too. I don't know if or when I would meet the right person, but I would rather be single than let fear choose my life for me.
Firstly, I would like to say that being single at 35 doesn't make you a failure. I know society likes to make women feel like they're failures when they're not married at 35 or even in their 30s. Even when you've accomplished so much for yourself in your career, you've bought your own home, society can still make you feel that you're a failure because you don't have that ring on your finger. And I'm going to be speaking to three sets of people here. The first group I'll be speaking to are the individuals who find themselves in this category. Secondly, I'll be speaking to society. And finally, I will be speaking to parents who have kids who are currently in this situation. And so if anyone is in this situation and you desire marriage and you desire to settle down with someone and you just haven't found the person or they haven't found you, I just want to tell you that you're not too old. Please do not feel like that. Do not feel like you've run out of time. Don't get desperate and do not rush into being with someone. Because when you get desperate, you can end up with the wrong person. And I tell you something, it's better to be single than to end up in a bad, toxic marriage. I read a comment underneath her post and it said, I got married at 26 for the exact same reasons you talked about. The weight of culture, family, and the pressure to get married young and have children. So I followed that logic and married a man who seemed to fit perfectly with what my family expected. Same background, same religion, etc. 23 years later, I realized I had been unhappy all this time and I had basically let myself die in a relationship that had never brought me anything. Today, I'm separating and it's really hard because the judgment is still there. So keep your promise to yourself to live a happy life. And if one day you want to get married, let it be your choice and your choice only. Don't let anyone decide for you. I know it's hard, but stay strong. And that's the truth. The stigma, the pressure will be there if you're single and not married, and also if you divorce down the line because you got it wrong. If you end up in a toxic marriage, your parents and society that's pressuring you into it, they will not be there to go through it with you. It will just be you by yourself going through it. So it's important to patiently wait and get it right. She said there's a word for them in China and it translated to leftover women. And I love what she said immediately after that. She said, I don't see myself that way. And that's very important because the way you see yourself will determine the value you place on yourself and it will dictate the type of men you attract. If you see yourself as leftover, then you will attract men who will think that they are doing you a favor by marrying you. But if you see yourself as a woman who isn't a leftover, who isn't a failure, a woman who has achieved a lot for herself and done well for herself, a woman of value, then you will attract a man who will see the value that you will add to his life. Girl, you are doing the right thing by not allowing society or anxiety to tell you that you're running out of time. She says, I have worked really hard and I have my own career and a life that I built and enjoy. I don't want to choose someone because I'm scared of being alone. You say you're currently enjoying your life, then my advice to you would be to continue to enjoy your life. Focus on other things. Be busy with other positive things. And when you least expect it, the right man will find you and he will sweep you off your feet. Continue to have a positive mindset. It's very important. She said something that I would like singles to pay attention to, particularly if you're still in your 20s. She says, I have learned from past relationships, being with the wrong person can make you much more unhappy than being alone. I have said it multiple times on my channel. Do not waste your 20s, your precious years, entertaining the wrong kind of guy. If you know that a man is not the one for you, or you see red flags, and you know that there is just no way you're going to end up with this person, leave them as soon as possible. Do not let any man waste your precious time in your 20s. I've heard so many stories from different ladies who tell me that, Tyro, I spent my 20s with the wrong guy. 6 years, 7 years with the wrong guy. And in my 30s, he left me. Do not let any man waste your precious time. Because whilst you engage yourself with the wrong person, the right person could see that you're already serious with someone and they'll move on to the next person. So it's better to detach as soon as possible when you know that there's no going forward with a particular individual. And now I'd like to speak to society, because this case is not only peculiar to China. Wait, did you know that over 95% of you watching this right now are not subscribed? And only a small percentage are actually supporting this channel. And I'm not going to lie to you, as a small creator, that matters a lot. Because behind every video is several hours of research, editing, and breaking things down so that you don't have to. And sometimes the algorithm decides, yeah, we're not pushing that one. For example, take this video right here. Barely any views. Not because the content isn't valuable, but because it just didn't get pushed. So, if you're watching this and you're enjoying it, this is me genuinely asking you to please subscribe. Don't just subscribe. Please turn on the notification bell. Because by doing that and by watching it, it sends a strong signal to the algorithm to push the video out so that other people can see it. And when you hit the notification bell, it also notifies you every single time we drop a video. Because even when you subscribe, there is no guarantee that YouTube will show you the content. I really appreciate every single one of you. All right, let's get back into this. A lot of women feel this pressure all around the world, and as a society, we need to do better. Calling the women leftover women is just awful. And calling them horrible names like that can really affect their confidence, and it can pressure them into settling down with the wrong person. And we saw that in the comment I read earlier. And it's this same society that will still judge you when you decide to separate or divorce. So as a society, let's do better and let's be mindful of our comments. If you don't have anything positive to say, just zip it and move on. You don't need to make the person feel bad. And the final set of people I want to talk to are parents. Parents, you have to do better by your children if you're in this situation. I know it can be tough. I know that you also feel the pressure because maybe you have friends whose children are married and are giving them grandkids. I know that you're also feeling the pressure. But it doesn't help matters when you put that pressure on your child. In this situation, parents should be speaking positively to their children. They should be on their side in order to boost their morale and really build their confidence. You know, it's one thing when the whole world out there is against you, when society is against you, but when your parents are also against you, you should feel safe in your space and not feel like she's under attack, even in her home with her parents. When those you have on the inside, your family, when they're speaking positive words to you, it will make you feel bold and stronger and more confident. Because we have no control over what society does out there, but our loved ones will give us the strength that we need to carry on, to face each day. Because the truth is, good things comes when you're not under pressure and your mental health is in a good state. You're less likely to get it wrong. She already says that she desires to be married. She desires to find love one day. So there's no need to constantly pressure her because she doesn't talk about it, or because she doesn't wear it on her face, on like a whole mood doesn't change as a result of it. It doesn't mean she's not thinking about it. Everyone deserves to find love, true love, a love that picks them, a love that values them, not a love where you just settle. Life is too short to be settling for love. So parents, rather than reminding them and pressuring them at every given opportunity you get, I'll encourage you to speak positive words, words of affirmation, and also pray for them. I'm a Christian. I believe in prayer. Pray for them. And I know God will surely answer. I pray for a more empathetic society, and I pray for every single who eagerly desires marriage and would like to settle down. I pray that you will meet your spouse and you will have happy homes in Jesus' name. Amen. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and also subscribe. Till next time, guys. Bye.